What's up, y'all? It's your boy Knockout Boxing 86 TV, and we back with KQKC Boxing Network. We got another episode of the morning after show, man, coming to y'all live from Chicago and from Dallas, Texas, man. Ready to talk some boxing. Had some really good fights last night, some good fights to look forward to as well. KQ, how you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great, man. And you know what? I'm loving this boxing, man. I'm loving this
Mm-hmm.
boxing every weekend, man. We got something going on. And don't forget what we got next week, baby. Yes, sir. But hey, it was a good night of boxing. I'm talking about on ESPN and Showtime.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yes, sir. So let's talk about it.
Yes, sir, man. As we always do, y'all smash the like button as you come in the building, so YouTube will share the video with everyone. Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new here and you're here for the first time. And don't forget, man, we got the cash apps and we got the super chat if you want to donate to the channel. If you can't, totally understand that because that does cost money, but the like button is free. So throw a right hook at the like button, throw an uppercut at the like button. You could
Mhm.
rabbit punch the like button. Shit, you could headbutt it. We don't care. There's no illegal blows to the like button. Whatever you got to do to get that like smash, be sure to do that. So KQ, before we get started on all the
Yes, sir.
yeah, KQ flexing on y'all. Before we get started on all the fight, I wanted to talk about an upcoming fight for a little bit. This Gervonta Davis and Rolly Romero fight. So they had their first ever all access for this fight last night before the fights, before the
Mhm.
Showtime fights. I know we was all watching the
Mhm.
ESPN card, but I went back and watched it. And so I wanted to ask you. So Rolly Romero says that Tank is just a facade, that Floyd
Mhm.
Mayweather built Tank um because Tank has no personality. He says this is what he said. And he was talking in an interview. He says, "Why wouldn't I have confidence in myself? I'm the bigger man. I punch harder, and I'm a better boxer. What is so impressive about his career? He lost to Eastside Cruz. Well, it could have gone either way, but he looked like shit against a small dude. Mario Barrios was weight drained. He was in a bathtub for 8 hours losing weight. Leo Santa Cruz was a 118 pounder. Gamboa was way past his prime and crippled the entire fight, and he still looked like shit and had both of his eyes shut. Fighting dudes that are bigger than you isn't always the best idea. There's been a month of upsets, and we saw Canelo get his ass beat. Tank said Canelo is his favorite fighter, so now it's time to get his ass beat too. I'm going to say this. I'm the number one self-promoted fighter in the game right now. Most fighters rely on promotional companies and stuff to promote them. I did it differently, and that's why I'm in this position before everybody else. I did it myself. I literally did it myself and forced my way to the top. They don't have any personality. Look at Tank. He couldn't be anything without Floyd. If it wasn't for Floyd, he wouldn't be anything. Big words ahead of his fight coming up, man. What you think of that? What you think about old Rolly talking this shit? And y'all be sure to smash the like button. We gonna do a roll call in a minute. I see it's about 6 of y'all, well, 8 of y'all hating right now. I got 19 people so far in the building, only 11 likes. If you just came in here, smash the like button. But what you got on old Rolly, man? Old Rolly Ramiro, man.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, he's right about one thing. Yes, he wouldn't be where he is today without Floyd. No one would be where they are today without someone else helping them. And when you have a guy like Floyd Mayweather, one of the biggest stars in boxing, still today, of course you're gonna get his help. Of course you're gonna get Adrian Broner to introduce you. You know that's how it all got started. Why you think you there, Rolly? Because your father. How you think you got started? Okay. Now, first of all, you're not doing anything special that no one else is doing. Matter of fact, you got a WBA strap by fighting what? Nobody. Now, Javante Davis, I know what you're talking about. He also said he was a weight bully. Okay,
Yep.
well, it's not a weight bully. What Floyd Mayweather was trying to do was build Javante Davis. First, you got to build the brick. You got to lay the foundation, and that's what he was trying to do: lay the foundation for him. And we all remember he was young, and he was pretty much couldn't really pretty much speak anything like that. But he also said in that SS interview that one thing I have learned is stay out of trouble. I have grown up. I have a family. I have two daughters or something like that, and now I'm right in the middle. okay, because I'm ahead of them guys like Shakir and Hitchison. I remember that clearly. And then he said, but I'm not at the top like the other guys. So he's like right in the middle. But what Rolly's doing is Rolly is pretty much trying to self talk himself into trying to get the courage to beat Javante Davis. Now he's not going to weaken Javante Davis. Javante Davis is just that dog. He come from the city of Baltimore, and he saw a lot of things coming up, like his mother friend getting killed right in front of his eyes. He's seen things. He been in the streets. He been here and there. And while Rolly's saying different things, that's not going to change his mind, and that's not going to change the public mind. Now he believes that Rolly, when he first got, Javante Davis, when he first got to Mayweather Promotions, he got beat up in sparring. Now that was in the interview also. Well, maybe he did. Maybe he did. And he said he started a fight. He jumped out the ring. Every time he get beat up in sparring, he jumps out the ring. But I don't believe that. But still, in sparring, what happened in sparring stays in sparring. But still, in all, I think Rolly trying to talk himself into a confident fight. Now, I did see them focusing on nothing but power. And I have seen Javante Davis' latest pictures. He does have a lot of muscle on him, and muscles bring weight. And I hope he make weight, but still in all, he wants to knock Rolly out. I mean, listen, these guys don't like each other. This is not, this is not no phony stuff here. They don't like each other, and it all goes back from a long time ago in the Mayweather gym. So, in the dog pound, let me put it that way. So, I think Javante Davis is going to slip and slip a lot of punches and go in there and do the job. So but all the talk is over with now. So
Yep.
all he got to do now is go in there, like Javante Davis said on All Access. Now everything you said you can do, it's time to show me what you can do. All right, so that's what it is.
Yeah, man. Everybody in the chat and OG, everybody should know how I feel right now about the word weight bully and
Yeah,
all that shit. Once you make weight, bro, like I'm not trying to hear that shit. And then these dudes, nobody forces them to move up in weight.
right,
Nobody's like, yo, you have to move up. Like you don't have to do anything, bro. So once you both make weight, y'all come in. I don't want to hear shit about weight drain. I don't want to hear shit about no weight bully. Because at the end of the day, y'all both made weight, and if you weight drain, then that's on you because you didn't cut weight properly. If you are stronger and you cut weight properly and you able to get down to that weight and then still be yourself, like that, it is what it is with that. As far as Rolly's comments though, like I like it. It sell the fight, and y'all know I'm all for everybody talking their noise and popping off. Because I'm sure it's very few people in the chat that believe in them. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure there's very few people in the world of boxing that believe in them. Like, so why, if you Rolly, at the very least, you can believe in yourself. So keep talking your noise. I just want to see this week as we lead up to the fight, and as he comes for the final press conference and does the weigh in. I would like to see a little bit better energy from him because it seemed like when he do interviews or in these all access episodes, he got all this energy. And it's all this vitriol and venom, and he real,
right,
real like with the shit, like he ready for something. But then when he get in Tank face, he kind of cower a little bit, and I don't want to see
right,
that shit.
right,
Push Tank, talk shit, do
right,
something. Like don't just make me feel like it's all fake, because that's what Tank said too. Like I only read Rolly comments. Tank said it's all a facade. That he don't really mean that shit. That he ain't really who he claiming to be, and he said he gonna show that shit. I do agree with you about Tank putting on all this muscle. You know what I'm saying?
mhm,
Because I'm worried, like, okay, you got this muscle. Are you going to carry it well? If this fight do go 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 rounds, are you going to gas out? You know what I'm saying? Like, was that a good idea? Because you usually, Tank, he always stocky and got muscle and shit, but he more wiry and shit, and he fast and shit, and that can mess with your speed and it can mess with your stamina. So I
thank you.
want to see, if he carries it well. If he does carry it well, then it might be a huge problem for Rolly when they get in that ring on Saturday night, man. So that's my thoughts on it. Rolly, keep talking. Just make sure you come ready to back it up. The reason I don't mind, like some people get agitated and aggravated with Rolly talking, I
Mhm.
don't mind that shit.
I just
I'm
about to
more
say that.
concerned with his coach talking shit. Like the dude that's actually getting in the ring, putting his life on the line and fighting, he can talk noise because he gonna get in there with the dude he talking shit about. But the dude Bullet or whatever that's talking all this noise and going back and forth with Tank, like, bro, you going back and forth with a fighter and shit, and you ain't even gonna get in the ring with him. Like, you, if anything, talk shit about Calvin Ford. You know what I'm saying? Do that. Don't talk shit about a dude that you ain't gonna get in the ring with. That's the only issue I take. But as far as like Rolly's concerned, nah, man, keep talking, get yourself amped up, and try to go shock the world on Saturday, man.
Yeah, I saw that on All SS when Bullet was saying, "Let's do Tank." And they're holding up, doing that, doing this, And
He's like, "Let's do Tank."
Right,
All
right.
right, all
And
right.
see, and you know what? Gervonta Davis is right. It's a difference in power and skills. Now, people talking about style make fights. Not all the time. Not all the time. And I know that's an old cliche. Yes, style sometimes do make fight, but sometimes it don't. Now, Rolly is awkward, and Rolly can catch you with something. No doubt about it. Kevin Ford said that also in that All SS. He is very awkward. But one thing about it, when you got skills, you know how to make adjustments. You see, when you got skills, you know how to work around a herky jerky, unskilled fighter. You know how to do that. Like Rolly, he punches wide. So Gervonta Davis loved to throw that uppercut right down the middle. So, but the point is, the W. That's all, the W. But like Tank said in that interview, knockout, that I got more to lose, and he got more to gain.
Yeah,
Because,
facts.
he believed that. Now, this is what Rolly said, quote unquote. I thought Gervonta Davis was gonna go in there and beat up Cruz, right? And I really did. But he lost to Cruz. He really lost. He got his ass beat. That's what he said. But he was fighting with one hand, and he put on a master boxing class with one hand. No, it's just facts. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and real quick on the Styles making fights,
Uh,
I don't believe that. That's why you rarely hear me say I believe the person who can impose their will and their style on the other person
Thank you. Yeah.
makes the fight. Like, so if you got a pressure fighter versus a boxer, if the boxer is able to keep distance and use their skills, then guess what? Their style made the fight. But when you got a pressure fighter and you got that same type of fighter, a pressure fighter versus a boxer, if the pressure fighter can corner the boxer and make it a dog fight, well, guess what? The pressure fighter made that fight. So I don't believe that shit. Like, I just think that's something that people say when they run out of shit to say. To be real with you, like, you know what I'm saying? Like they'll be talking. Styles make fights. Like, all right, bro, like that's cool. But I done seen fights where the pressure fighter imposes his will. I done seen fights where the boxer imposes his will. Like, it just depends on who's in the ring and who can make the fight theirs. In my opinion, like no one was ever to fully impose their style on Floyd Mayweather. Like, it is what it is. Then you got Chris Colbert. Someone went in there and they imposed that shit on him, like, and beat his ass, even though he was the boxer. But then he had the same other pressure fighters that weren't able to do it. So I've never believed that, man. Just real quick on that whole philosophy. But let's see who we got in the building. Let's get into these fights, OG. We got I Karma 123. What's popping with you? Emmanuel Pettigrew in the building. Dante Hall, what's up with you? Soldier of God, what's popping? I got 12 people hating. We got 47 people in here and 34 likes. Y'all go ahead and hit that like button. Young World, what up? NBA D Nice in the building. What's good with you? Shot Town's finest in the building. What's popping? G Parker, what's good? Teach, what's up with you? Teach. We got Vince Williams in the building. Don Shata 24, what's up? Cassandra in the building. Vince Williams in the building. Tupac, what's good? Chef Boyardee, what's popping with you? Tim Muse, Skywalker coming down from the skyscrapers to holler at us. What's up? We got Solar Verse 1, what's good with you? Ron Ya, what's popping? Law 21 AI, what's good with you, bro? We got G Parker in the building. Who else we got, man? Johnny Q, what's good with you, Johnny Q? Miami Kid, J Jamal, or Caleb Plan need to step up. Benavidez is on their helmet. Enough ducking. Oh, we're gonna talk about it because Benavidez has had a lot to say after the fight. Renique 313, what's up with you? It skipped on me. But we back. Hold on, here we go. Kui, what's good? Big Texas ATX, Cletus Smith in the building. What's popping with you? Phil J508 in the building. All Might, what's up? Tay D, what's good with you, man? Cedric Smith, what's popping with you? And Lewis A, what's good with you? What's good with you? All right, man. Let's get to the first. What's up, Gerard Birch? Salute to you. Let's get to the
goody.
to the fights, man. Delonte Tiger Johnson, the Olympian, the first fight on the ESPN card versus Augustin Kucharski. Tiger Johnson said he gonna be a problem. He gonna be a problem. He said, I'm here to knock shit out. So he got the knockout, man. Break down that fight. What do we see from the kid, and what does his future look like right now? Andrew Gary, what up? Or Andrew Gray, what up?
Like I said yesterday, that's the fight I came in on, went live on, and like I said yesterday, it was a 10-round fight, and no, a 6-round fight. It was a 6-round fight, and he has that pedigree to be a star, but like I said, with top rank guys and PBC guys, they do give the younger guys a lot of exposure, and he's going to need that. He just fought, I believe, less than 6 months ago.
Shit, he just fought like a month or two ago.
Right, okay, a month or two ago. And that is a good thing. Big Baby Anderson took advantage of that. Stay busy. Now, he is not there yet. Of course, he's a long ways away. But he has that pedigree. He has that Olympic pedigree, and that's the best you can have right here in the United States. Golden Gloves, the Olympics, all that, And so, but these are the pros. These are the pros. It's a different type atmosphere. It's a different type of fighters. Some people don't even go through the Olympics. Some people just go straight to pro. So look at Deontay Wilder. So he's going to be facing a lot of adversity. He's going to be facing a lot of different styles. And he's going to have to learn how to do it. The best thing to do is stay in the gym and stay busy. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think I see, I know I see some things in him. And what he did yesterday, it was amazing. He set it up, the punch, and the punch went straight down the pipe, and he got his man down, and then he got back up, and they saw the man do the towel in right away, pretty much. But I think it would have brought his confidence up if he would have was able to get the knock out, like straight knocked out without no towel thrown in or anything. And this is what these young guys need. This is what I'm saying about boxing. Boxing is coming back, and you got a lot of Ashley Corner. I think she touched on this. She had about 47 new prospects that's coming up, and they are fired. Y'all gonna have to go check that out. And boxing is coming back. I don't know what the caller was talking about yesterday. Talking about boxing, it's barely holding on. No, it's not. There's a lot of young people coming up in boxing in the ranks, and then you're gonna see a lot of different styles. All right, there go Ashley Corner right there. Yes, so she pointed out how all these young boxers are coming up, and we're gonna be surprised with what we see. Now, young Tiger. Now, what he did yesterday, you can see he went through all the pedigree motions, and I'm glad to see him doing that. I'm glad to see him doing that. I'm glad to see him getting the opportunity to get out there, and now he's fighting on TV. That's a good confidence builder. That's a good confidence builder. And next thing you know, he's going to be knocking people out. So and once he put on a little more weight, and I think he's going to be something to deal with. So yeah, that's
already. Black Swan, what's up with you? Underground Asylum, I see you. Boxing Gyms, what's good with you, bro? What's good with you, man? Salute to you. Ashley's Corner, what's up? Who else came in the building? Malik B, what's popping with you? So listen, man. Delonte Tiger Johnson, the 2020 Olympian, they should change that shit to 2021. Like that's when they actually had the damn Olympics. Right, but anyway, man, listen, the hand speed is real from him. He's showing really good power early in his career. Like anybody that's knocking dudes out in 4-round fights and 6-round fights, they stunning your ass with one shot and they hurting you. So he's showing good power. One thing I did hear, because he is long, wiry, they thinking about moving him down to 140. He's fighting at 147 right now. I think 140 with his dimensions, man, that'll be a great weight class for him, man, to kind of build himself up. 5'11", with about a 70-inch reach. Really promising prospect just from the physical gifts shit that you can't teach, right? Like hand speed, being quick, having just good natural reflexes, and being fast. Like he has all of that, so he continues to hone his craft. I think he can be very good. Obviously 4 fights in against the level of competition that he's fighting. That still remains to be seen as he steps up. But for Tiger Johnson, man, the thing that stuck out to me, like this dude he was fighting was from Argentina, and if anybody been following boxing a long time, everybody know Argentinian dudes is tough, man. Like they
For sure.
hard to just get out of there. They gonna keep fighting. They gonna keep swinging, and that's what this dude was doing. I like the way that he was getting his head off the line to throw that right with that dude the whole night, and he was setting it up, and you could see him setting it up behind his jab. And then he
Mhm.
took his head off that line, caught him with that right hand, and old buddy just crumbled. He got up, he caught him with the same punch again, he crumbled again. And then
Yeah.
also what he showed improvement with, he's much more comfortable on the inside now. Because when he first started his career, when guys was getting inside on him, he would just push him off or try to grapple him. He was, he went to his high guard when Buddy got inside with him, tried to throw a couple of left hooks. I'm like, all right, I see what you're working on. I see some improvement from you. So
Mhm.
Tiger Johnson, man, definitely one of the prospects to keep your eye on here in the next, couple of months, because he gonna be fighting. Like if you can talk bad about Bob Arum all you want to. You cannot like the lion shit, you know what I'm saying? You cannot like the way that he moves and shit. But one thing he do, he keep a prospect active as shit. This
Yeah.
dude, Tiger Johnson, man, he fought in November of 2021, January of 2022, March of 2022, and now he just fought in May of
Wow.
2022. And I wouldn't be surprised if you don't see his ass in July or August of 2022. Like they keep them dudes busy, finding them fights and letting them develop. And they got they nice over there with their matchmaking. So shout out to Tiger Johnson. Another good win for him. Taking
Now,
steps in the right direction. I want to
right.
see, because if he popping like that at 147, if they do move him down to 140 like they were talking about, I want to see how dudes at 140 take his power. You know what I'm saying? That dude, he wiry with it too. Like he ain't loading up on shit. He ain't trying to
Mhm.
hit you hard. He just boom. You do this shit. I take my head off the line. I throw my right hand. Shit, you hurt by it. You know what I'm saying? You try to come in on me. I throw this check left hook. You hurt by it. Like I ain't loading up on shots. It's just natural for me. And some dudes with that hand speed, they just got it, because hand speed means you don't see his shit coming. And I think that's where his power is coming from, because his hands are so fast. He catching dudes and they don't really see him. Like, damn, where that shit come from? And then now you stunned and shit. So, shout out to him. Great performance by him. They put him on the main card. So you obviously know Top Rank is high on him, and we'll see. We'll see what's next for him, man. You got Just Do Boxing. What's good with you? You got anything else on this fight before we move on?
Yeah, yeah. Let me ask you this: do you think Tiger is he a small? You think he's too small for welterweight?
He only like what 20, 22, 23. I mean,
Mm.
he long and wiry. That's hard to you got to be special to start your career at welterweight. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like
That's what I'm
like
saying.
to
Yeah.
like it's some dogs up there. You like
Yeah.
even the contenders or the guys that are like fringe level used to be champions and shit like them. Ain't no easy as you. It's hard to develop up there, because like by the time you get to like that 10th, 12th, 15th fight, and you want to take step ups and shit, like who you gonna step up to that's just gonna be able to not test you, or you don't take like 147 just a Shark Tank, man.
Okay.
140 is too, but 147 just it's different right now. Like like
Right.
like you got to be like, look at the prospects that we high on, like bro, Conor Ben and Virgil Ortiz and Jerome Boots in this, like they kind of they different from, like, it's like ain't no dudes moving up to 140 just trying to get no wreck with them, because 147 is just a different animal. So I think it would be better for him. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I know OTB think Tiger can do it all, because he think Ohio run boxing. He still ain't woke up to the fact that Texas run boxing, but
right.
it is
Right.
what it is. He high on Tiger because Tiger out of Ohio, but he is nice though.
Yeah.
OTB, he nice. I like him, man. I like him
But
a
you
lot. What's up, T?
and one more
Stormy,
thing.
what's good?
Oh, okay. What's good, Stormy? Yeah. But one more thing on Tiger. Yeah. Top rank. Um. I mentioned this yesterday. Someone asked me something about that. Top rank, they do a great job with the young prospects and contenders. That's
Mm-hmm.
one thing about them. They go out there and get the best of the best talent. Now, as I said before, they are cheap. Okay. Other words, they got great pedigree. They can fight, and some are Olympic, coming from out of the Olympics games, and but they don't command a high payday. So therefore, they're gonna get a lot of activity. They're gonna get a lot of fights. But it's just when you reach that certain plateau, like a Terrence Crawford, like a Floyd Mayweather did, and that's when Bob Aaron really, really, really give you the shaft, and that's when he really, really sits you on the shelf now because you command a bigger payday,
Mm-hmm.
and he just like I say, older people just don't like change, and he don't believe in paying a fighter. He from the old school. He don't believe in paying fighters big purses. He believe that goes to him, So, but I like it. I like what Top Rank is doing with the young fighters, TV exposure, a lot of activity. Like Big Baby Anderson, he was fighting down every 3 months, every 4 months, So, and look, I like the activity. I like the pedigree they get. The guys are getting because the more practice, practice made perfect. So that's how I like it. So, but that's all I had to say on that. And that's all I had.
Already. I done started some shit in the chat. Everybody like, no, Ohio run, but no, Louisiana, man, historically, man, Detroit, man, shit.
No, well, actually, right now, I believe Texas runs boxing right now.
Yeah, and he unbiased. He ain't even from Texas. Yeah,
Right. I'm not,
yeah.
so Chicago, they're not, really on the map. Except McCaskill and Greer and but Texas is doing what they need to do, in Houston and
Mhm.
Dallas. And they got some good prospects out there in Dallas. In them gyms because Ronnie
Man
Shields.
said, hell no, Al Heyman I'm from Ohio. Al Heyman run boxing. Fuck out of here, man.
Well, Ronnie Shields told me he go around to a lot of boxing gyms in Texas, and he see a lot of talent. And I talk to him on a regular basis. And I'm telling you, he said he be in a lot of talent. I think what you call ran into him in one of the boxing gyms.
What y'all better hope don't happen is our football players say, man, forget football. We're gonna start playing. We're gonna start boxing. Like they do that shit. It's over with for y'all, man.
Yeah,
Tell
when
y'all
you have
right now.
football players going to boxing matches, you got to be good. You got to be good. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Cause football players, they don't get into boxing too much. Maybe one or two, but nah. Yeah.
What's up, Silver? Salute to you, bro. Salute to you, man. Man, look, OG, your boy, man, the Marine, man, Jamel Herring, man, Jamel Herring and Jermaine Ortiz.
Yes,
What you
sir.
got on that fight, man? It was a good fight. Seemed like it was a last hurrah.
Yes, sir.
What you got on that, man?
Well, I was looking at the chat, and a lot of people were saying, "Well, he should retire. He should retire." And but you have to understand before I really get into it. Jamel Herring is starting off with a whole new group of people. Okay, I know everybody around him is new. He got new surroundings. He was with Brian McIntyre, but now he's not. Okay, because disagreements, whatever. But one thing about it is that Jamel Harrington, he had to make some adjustments. The way they do things, how they run their camp. Now, some people say, well, he ain't got it by now. He don't get it. Well, sometimes you don't get everything in one training camp. Then once you go on and on, then maybe you can pick up. But that didn't have anything to do with the loss last night. One thing I think kind of got him lost is what the hand speed of Jermaine Ortiz. Jermaine Ortiz had a lot of speed. He kept his hands down. He was always on his toes. He was changing directions. He was spinning him. And Jamel haven't seen that before. Secure just straight came at him and just straight boxed him. Well, this young man was spinning him and pretty much going from orthodox to southpaw. And Jamel, he pretty much was getting into his fight by the herky jerky style and things like that. But he was getting a lot of left hands down to the body. But Jermaine was throwing in combinations. Then they tie himself up. Then again, Jamel Herring was a little bit slow compared to Ortiz. Ortiz was fast. He did have fast hands, but not too much of an accuracy, But Harrington, he's getting older. He's getting older, and I can see him right now. maybe he got another good year of boxing left, a year and a half. So I mean, hopefully he can get with the program and go out on a good note. Now, a lot of people was asking who's his trainer. Even I was trying to figure it out. And Knockout Boxing was reminding me that Manny Robles is his trainer now.
Mhm.
So which is hey, that's a great replacement. A great replacement. He's a great trainer. But I think Jamel Herring is he's coming to the end of his rope.
Mm.
I think his days are numbered, to be honest. He's still talented. Don't get me wrong. He's still talented, but I think his days are, a little bit behind him now. He's 30, what, 35, 36,
36.
36.
Mhm.
Yeah. I always say 37. Remember, I always say 37 is the cutoff. I think guys should start winding down their career at 37. So
Mhm.
I think another year, year and a half, I think he should be done. So,
Listen, Jamel Herring, I think he got old
mm,
right before our eyes. Like Shakur Stevenson started the process, and we were giving Shakur a lot of credit for what he did to Jamel, and rightfully so. But he looked really slow in this fight. You
mhm,
could see that he wanted to do things that his body just couldn't do anymore. Like when Jermaine Ortiz was trying to herky jerk and come in, Jamel was just trying to time him with that nice little 1-2 that he used to have, and then but
right,
it was just a little bit behind. Jermaine was able to just duck under it just by that much, or he kept trying to throw the uppercut. He landed one nice uppercut when Jermaine ducked in, but that's it because he timed it just perfect. He was trying to throw. He didn't have the speed that he used to. He wasn't as sharp as he used to. And Jermaine Ortiz, I don't think that he was just like if he fought Jamel Herring, 2 or 3 years ago, Jamel Herring probably win that fight. I think age beat him more than anything because I wasn't overly impressed with anything Jermaine Ortiz did. He smothered his shots a lot. He came in from the same angle with that trying to throw that same shit. He was switching stances without knowing why he was switching stances and not really taking different angles. Like you could see he had such a foot speed advantage, bro. Like he should have been taking angles, throwing straight lefts, going down to the body. Like with that type of foot speed advantage, man, he could have really did Jamel Herring bad if he was like really good and like a good boxer, bro. He'd have beat the shit out of Jamel Herring, but he just not. He not that. He was overshooting shots and shit, coming in the same way, dancing around, herky and jerky. He just happened to be so much more athletic than Jamel Herring at this stage in his career that Jamel Herring just couldn't really do anything about it. The fight was very competitive at the beginning, but
mhm,
by round 4, round 5, you could just see Jamel Herring just losing steam, and his body was like, "Look, bro, I know you trying to do this shit, but homie, we 36 years old. Like
right.
we can't do this shit no more. Like what you trying to do?" And the reason I was asking y'all about Jamel, what y'all think or whatever, because he did announce his retirement last night. He
Okay.
did say he was done. So what he said was, I appreciate everything. Thank you all. It's time to move on and enjoy more time with my family. I love this sport, but I owe it to my family to quit putting them through these moments. Thank you all, whether you were with me or against me. You made me who I am, but it's time. After tonight, I just don't think I'm where I need to be, especially to fight at an elite level anymore. So he hanging that shit up. Zenith, what's
Right.
up with
When
you?
he
Zenith,
say
what's
that,
up?
when he say that knockout.
He said it right after the fight.
Oh, that's
You were
right.
still calling fights.
Oh,
You went straight on to the
TV.
Showtime card. But yeah, he
Okay.
did an interview. He did an interview after the fight right before they did the main event. And he's like, "Yo, I'm done. I'm good. I'm done with
Wow.
this shit." So, it's one of those things where it's like, bro, he getting out at the right time because he was starting to get like, what does he do? Become a journeyman and keep losing to guys like Jermaine Ortiz? Like, nah, man, go ahead and go out with some dignity because that's all that's gonna happen. Yeah, he said that Ashley's corner. That's all that's gonna happen. You keep fighting. The older you get, you're not gonna get better. He ain't gonna be like, yo, I'm 37 now. I'm better. Nah, bro.
Mhm.
When you go from 36 to 37, you're gonna get slower. Your body gonna get older.
And
You
he
took a
still
little
getting
bit
beat
more
up.
punishment in
Yeah.
this fight. Yeah. And if that fight was 12 rounds, I don't know if y'all noticed it. When Jermaine Ortiz started started pressing him in the ninth and 10th round, he
Mhm.
started really putting it on here. And if that was a 12 round fight and Ortiz kept doing that, he might have got stopped again. I'm just gonna keep it real with y'all. Like he might have got stopped again. And I see 93 people in here with 66 likes. I need y'all to smash the like button. 27 of y'all cannot
Yeah, man.
be haters, man. Y'all
Yeah.
can't be haters. I know y'all don't
Show the
hate on me like
love.
that.
Show
Smash
the
the like
love.
button, man. If you can't donate, it's cool. I'm not tripping on that, but at least smash the like button. Let's get these likes up to at least match how many people we got in here, man. Like smash on the like button, it's free. Hook, throw a hook at it, throw a jab, you know what I'm saying? Headbutt it, rabbit punch it, hit it with a liver shot, kidney shot, something. Hit that like button, bro. K Rod, what's good? So, but shout out to Jamel Herring. How do you
Yeah.
think he'll be remembered? Now that he's saying he's retiring, what's your memory of Jamel? Your best Jamel Herring memory, man.
Well, I would say the build up to secure Stevenson fight. We all seen him fight. We all know that he's good friends with Bomac and that whole camp over there. Even Shakir, even though Bomac's not his trainer, even Shakir, But if I had to point out a fight, is when he won the championship, when he won his belt. Okay, that sticks out in my mind.
Yeah,
Because the Marines supporting him. I mean, the Marines came out in force to support him. And that's very important to this country, being a Marine. And like I say, after retirement, he's gonna be all right because he's a Marine. He don't he's gonna be okay. And also, that was my special moment, I think, to remember him by. When he
yeah.
won the championship. I mean, that you don't get no sweeter than that when you can pretty much come from a military background and come right into boxing at the same time. So, but I remember him as that, and that's the best thing. How sweet can it be when you win your first championship?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah,
Yeah, me too. I agree with that. Like the Carl Frampton fight gotta be like like he had me jump up out my seat. I was so happy for him because he was the
right,
underdog and shit,
right.
going for a title and shit. And Frampton was the favorite. He was the multiple division champion. And I'm just looking like, yo, Jamel Herring is just more skilled and just bigger than this dude. Like I got Jamel Herring all day. And he went in there, and it ain't that he just beat Frampton, bro. He dominated him so badly. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about Frampton being
Mhm,
older or not what he once was. I'm not trying to hear none of that shit. Jamel Herring winning his
mhm.
championship, that was the best memory. And then, I hate to say it, but then, second best would be, he was basically Shakur Stevenson's coming out party. So those would be the two.
Yeah.
Those would be the two that I remember him for. You know what I'm saying, the most. But let's get to the main event, man. The Kazakh style, man. My brother from Kazakhstan, man. Jhanibeck versus Danny Dingham. Dingham got his ass dinged up. Got his
Damn.
ass whooped by Jhanibeck. I told y'all. See, I've told people, I like, yo, Jhanibeck a problem.
Yep.
That's why Demetrius Andrade is moving up to 168. Everybody, Jhanibeck knockout. You don't know what you're talking about. Why would Demetrius Andrade duck Jhanibeck? He just don't want to fight Jhanibeck because Jhanibeck is a no-name fighter. No one knows who Jhanibeck is. Oh, really? Oh, really? Why he fight everybody else that was no name then? Like he fought Liam Williams. He fought Quiggly Wiggly from the Piggly Wiggly. He fought him. He fought all them dudes. He didn't want to fight Jhanibeck because Jhanibeck is a problem. I told y'all that. I told you that nobody wanted to listen to me. Now y'all see that man can fight, bro. But OG, what you got on that fight, man? Was that your first time watching them fight?
Actually, yes, live. That was my first time watching fight live. A matter of fact, you the one that told me about Jhanibeck, because I really didn't know anything about him too much. And you want to mention about him, man, you need to check out this guy, Jhanibeck. I'm like, shit, who is that? Then when I saw film on him, I said, "Oh man, he's nice." But I don't want to see him live fight. And when I got a chance to see him like last night, yes, I want to. Now, what is his reach? I was trying to find out last night.
Oh, it is. I got it right here because I broke down and predicted the fight. 71 and a half.
Okay, I figured it was up there. Okay, because he was throwing rights and left in a southpaw stance, and he was landing those punches. He was landing those. He wasn't right up in their face. He was landing those punches, and he was fast with those hands. Now, it's very unusual you see a guy that tall and that weight class throwing fast hands like that. It's very, very not very often. And so, but I think he's going to be an issue. I think he's going to be an issue. A lot of people will be going around this guy because he's coming in and I mean, he ain't taking no round off. He's not taking filling out round. He's coming right at you. No doubt about it. He's coming forward. and he's throwing them hands, and that's what crowd like, and that what his trainer probably like. That he's not afraid. He going in there and he got great defense, as long as it lasts. But he had great defense. I see that. So yeah, he's going to be an issue. He's going to be an issue going forward. So that's how I look at it, and why it lasted. Man, I was impressed. I was really
Yeah.
impressed with him. So. And now I understand why a lot of guys keep saying Jhanibeck, Jhanibeck, Jhanibeck. And I had to see who this guy was. So and he impressed me last night. So man. So but that's all I have on him, and but the other fighter, what's his name again? Damn it. Keep on saying
Ding them, ding, ding them,
I
ding
call him
them.
dig him. I call him dig. I don't know why. But anyway, ding him. He tried to stand there and fight with him. That was a bad idea. Very bad idea, because he had his head right on the line, and he's going to try to trade with him. And Jhanibeck is a little taller, a lot taller, and he's standing there trying to trade with him. Now, besides moving around, using a lot of movement, because that's what you're gonna have to do with a guy like Jhanibeck. I see it now. You can't stand there and trade with him, because you're gonna get knocked out. So, but he got power in his hands. He's a southpaw. He's gonna be a problem. So that's all I got.
Already. So for Jhanibeck, and I'm reading the chat, and I'm gonna speak on Jhanibeck, but also kind of respond to some of you guys in the chat. So first of all, for Jhanibeck, look, man, I like that he does what he's supposed to do to inferior people. Like, if you ain't supposed to be in the ring with him, he get your ass up out of there, and he make it look like you ain't supposed to be in the ring with him. Similar to other fighters who have not fought people, but we are high on them. Jerron Boots Ennis, for instance. Everyone was high on Shakur before he fought Herring, before he fought Valdez. People were high on them. Jhanibeck, if you take everything else away, you see very good feet from that young man. You see that he got very good punch placement. He works well behind his jab. His defense is versatile. He's not just one of these guys with high guard. He'll use his high guard. He'll roll with your shots. He'll step back and counter you. And he throws hard shots without loading up. Jhanibeck is a problem, but you ain't got to take my word for it. I just want to let y'all know that everybody gives Top Rank credit for all this matchmaking and shit. They got the best matchmakers. They know how to put their people in advantageous positions, right? So you ain't gotta believe me, but the matchmakers from Top Rank, they hit Bob Arum up and they said, yo, call the WBO, because we all agree that the WBO is ran by Bob Arum. They said, yo, call the WBO and make Jhanibeck the mandatory for Demetrius Andrade. Wow. Jhanibeck and Top Rank matchmakers, they believe in him. They think he a problem. You think they would do that shit unless they believe that he a problem for Andrade? And I know a lot of people are high on Andrade and they think the world of him. So hey man, let's look at it from that perspective too. Another thing, Golden Boy, they matchmakers, Oscar De La Hoya, Jaime Munguia, they think he a problem. Because after Demetrius Andrade chose to do something else, they went and they ordered Jhanibeck versus Jaime Munguia. Yeah. Jaime Munguia and his team was like, nah, we good. We straight. We good. We just gonna fight Jim Kelly. We don't want Charlo. We don't want Jhanibeck. We gonna fight Jim Kelly. That's who they fighting. The quarterback from the Buffalo Bills and shit. The dude that lost 4 Super Bowls and shit. That's who they fighting, bro. So people in boxing say he a problem, bro. So it is what it is. like let's keep it a buck. Like, I understand he's from Kazakhstan. We might not know him, but listen to me and start paying attention. Cause everybody at 160, they don't want to fight this dude. And it ain't cause he a no-name fighter. It's not the reason why. Cause all of them are fighting other no-name guys. Let's keep it a buck. They fighting other no-name guys and shit that ain't really like that. But this dude we fought. Oh man, he ain't got no name. He ain't got no name. I'm good. So it is what it is. And he called out your boy too, OG. He said, "Where Jamal Charlo at? Yeah, he want Charlo. He want all the smoke. You know what I'm saying? So salute to him on a good performance. He's now the WBO interim champion. Right. It's time. Mm-hmm. It's time for him to either A, get the shot at the WBO title or the champion need to decide what he gonna do. But it is what it is, bro. Like he's a problem. He can fight. Former Olympian, like 6 knockouts in a row now. That southpaw style, like come on, man. Come on, man. Jhanibeck a problem. Let's get it. Let's give him his props. Let's
Yeah,
give him his props. You got anything else you want to say? And I like how he placed that left uppercut. He looked. He got good eyes in the ring. He saw that
bad.
thing and kept ducking
Yeah.
his head, and boom, left uppercut right when he ducked his head and ran into that shit. Dingham damn near flew out the ring. What you got? What you got? Anything else on that fight, man?
No, I was just looking at what someone was saying about Jaime Gear is a disappointment. Jaime Gear, yeah, he is a disappointment because Oscar De La Hoya is not going to put him in there with someone that's going to really beat him and beat him up. And right now, he don't want no smoke with Jhanibeck at all. And like you said, he throws that uppercut and he throws it real fast. And now, when you got a southpaw with a great ring IQ and with a great boxing mind, I mean, this is gonna be an issue. And like I said, Jamal Charlo, I rock with him and everything, but you have to step up. Sometimes these guys, they're gonna have to bet on themselves. They're gonna have to take a chance. Like I said last night, you're gonna have to take a chance. Now, yeah, you might lose. Oh, you might get knocked out, but you're gonna have to take a chance because that will build champions. That will make champions champions. That will give you that reputation of being a star, of being a champion. So you're gonna have to go out there and step out. We're gonna get to David Benavidez, but just like he's doing. All right. And now he wants that smoke, but now Charlo's gonna have to step up and get that smoke. So, but Jaime Gear is gonna be protected by none other than Oscar De La Hoya. Okay, Oscar De La Hoya think he has another Canelo Alvarez, which he doesn't. Jaime Gear pretty much has that old 1-2, and that's it. Nothing else, just the 1-2. So, but
Listen, he
that's all
called
I
out
have.
Jamal. He called out Jamal Charlo, but that's what you're supposed to do. Like for Jamal Charlo, like Jhanibeck is a WBO interim champion right now. So if he becomes the WBO champion and Charlo is still at 160, then cool. But the boy Jaime Munguia, he ducked him, and the ruling is out on Demetrius Andrade. Like you move up to 168 for Zach Parker, but you stay. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I would like to see that fight. If he not gonna stay at 168 since Andrade got injured and he ain't fighting Zach Parker no more, I would love to see that fight between him and Jhanibeck. I think that's a damn good fight between the two best southpaws in 160 pounds right now. So I want to see that, man. I definitely want to see that. We got 102 people, 13 haters. Come on, y'all, smash the like button. Let's get the likes up. Let's move over to the Showtime card. But before we do, you said something about taking risks. I want to talk about Bill Haney and Devin Haney because Bill Haney did an interview on that same Top Rank card. So before we move on to Showtime, I want to talk about what Bill Haney had to say, and it's more the same, right? So they were asking him about the case and what's going on, and he's saying that it's not done yet, that there's still a chance that he could make it over there if the visas get issued. But he said they prepared Devin for this moment. Devin has assured him that he's gonna bring them belts back home no matter what, by any means necessary. Where are you on this today? Do you think Bill is gonna make it over? Do you think that he's going to end up having to watch from Las Vegas? Where are you at? Where are you at right now with this situation, man? And does it matter to you? Just overall, your thoughts on how this thing is playing out in the position that the Haney's find himself in right now.
Right now, he's not going to change the Australia government mind. It's a done deal. He's not going to make it. I'm sorry to say, he knows it, but he's holding on to that little window, but it's not going to happen. And they knew about it, and that's how boxing goes. The promoter, his excuse is that, hey, that ain't my business. I don't have to do anything but promote this fight. That's what promoters are saying. So right now, Dem Haney, he's still in a good position. This is nothing but motivation for him. Now, you said I had an email belt. Now you said I had this. I'm not a champion. I'm not this. I'm not that. And you the emperor or all that. So all that is motivation. And I'm like you sometimes, shit talking sometimes is necessary. It's necessary not only to build a fight, but to get in the other fighter's head. And right now, but Devin Haney is 24 years old. He don't care about getting in my head. His head is only on thinking about one thing. He's like one of them 19-year-olds. He's like hot, like my son, right? They only
Mhm.
think about one thing, right? One thing only. And that's how Devin Haney is. He's thinking about one thing, and that's being a champion. Now,
Mm.
yeah, sure, he would love to have his dad there. I'm not saying that, but it don't matter really now. He knows what he has to do. I heard the game plan was already done 2 months ago. They
Mhm.
just keep working on it, keep working on it, keep working on it. Now, boom, everything is done. So the necessary people is there. The necessary people is there. Because remember, Bill Haynes is not a trainer anymore of Devin Haynes. He's a manager. So that is another role. So Judah is there. And someone told me in my inbox that it would be nice and would be dope if Earl Spence, Deontay Wilder, all the older champions walk Devin Haney out. I said, yeah, that would be nice if they all collectively go over there together, but that's not going to happen. A little bit too late for that, but
Yeah, they fight like a week and a half away, almost like
right,
a
yeah,
little less than 2 weeks away. Yeah,
yeah,
that's a lot of coordination, a
yeah,
lot of collaboration got to happen to make that happen, man.
right.
But it'd be great to see.
Yeah, that would be nice, because I
Hmm.
think what 25 people all together went on Devin Haney team. So best, all we can do is wish him luck.
Facts.
Yeah, so that's the only thing about it. But Bill, he will be in Las Vegas when come fight night. Come June the 4th, he will be watching on TV, which is sad to say, but I'm quite sure somebody gonna have his ear in every round, um, and he probably be giving instructions from the phone. So
Yeah, I want to keep the show moving to the Showtime card, but I'm gonna say this: I think it matters. I'm not changing my mind, y'all. I know some agree, some disagree. If I was Devin Haney, if I was them, I'd do everything I can to get him over there
sure,
because that matters to me. But at the end of the day, what I don't want to have happen, guys, is if he lose, I don't want this to be a hindsight 2020 type of excuse that he makes or his team makes or his father makes. Like if they're going over there and they cool with it now, you got to be cool with it if the stuff don't go your way. So
exactly.
I'm just gonna keep because I'm on the front line saying I don't like this shit. I don't want it to happen. I think it's a bad look. I think that something needs to change. They need to stand their ground. And everybody telling me nah, it's gonna be okay. Everybody
Hmm.
telling me nah, don't worry about it. Okay, bro. All right, y'all. That's cool. And salute to General Long says R.I.P. Batman. Yeah, we gonna. I'm doing something for him on Wednesday. Y'all be sure to tune into the live stream on Wednesday. We gonna honor Batman for that stream. So y'all all be sure. I got 122 people in here. Tell people about it. Show up. Show out. I'm gonna need y'all's participation because we gonna honor Batman on Wednesday. For those y'all don't know what I'm talking about, our brother Batman is always up here on the panel, always on everything boxing. He lost his life, man, like a day or two ago. So y'all be sure to have him in your thoughts, have him in your prayers, and then come check me out Wednesday night. We're gonna be doing something to honor him for sure. And salute to my brother OTB Boxing Class 101 with the $5. Say salute to my brothers making sure hard work meets talent. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, OTB. Yeah. He lost his life. He got saying I don't know all the stories, but they're saying he got killed, man. Saying Batman got killed, so that's why he ain't been around. So we're gonna honor him on Wednesday. Y'all be sure to come up and show up and show out, man, because I'm gonna need y'all. We're gonna do something special for him, so I need y'all to come in the building. Let's talk about this Showtime card, man. Let's talk about the first fight. I'm positive, Zena. I'm positive the proper people have been talked to behind the scenes. Stuff has been fact checked 100%. 100%. Um, so the first fight on the Showtime card, man, Jonathan Fierro versus Luis Nunez. Look, man, it was a good fight. It was okay. It was a good little opening fight. What you got on that, man? What you got on that fight?
Well, These are well, one of them is Samson Promotions fighter, and Nuez is strong. He doesn't. He's not very limber. He just pretty much bam, throw punches and with authority, and doesn't move around a lot. Now, Fiera, now I'm sorry, but the young man is doing everything he's supposed to do, but he's not touching him. He's throwing left hand. He lunging. He always lunging. If you heard my commentary, I was saying he across the street throwing that left hand, and he was just too far, and he was lunging, and that's why I knew head clashes because he would miss. He weighs short, and I thought most fighters start off slow and they get a little bit closer second round. They get a little bit closer the third round. They right there in the fourth round. So they right there in the pocket. They right there close together, pretty much face to face. Now, but this fight was fought at long distance,
Mm-hmm.
a long distance. Now, of course, Vieira, he was throwing punches, but nothing was landing. Now, he would land maybe a couple, one or two, but Nuez was countering him. Nuez was throwing him off balance. And he would throw and he would pretty much spin himself around. Then Nuez was going down to the body. He was working to the body, then he'll work upstairs. He'll catch it with a counterpunch. And then by him lunging a lot, that's where the head clash came in from. So, but in all, I would say that he needed a lot of work done. I don't know why they taught that young man to sit there and launch like that. Now, if
Mm-hmm.
Nuez, now keep in mind, everybody, keep in mind, these guys are 18 years old and
Yeah,
22.
the
Okay.
Fierro was 18 and Nunez was 22.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they are still young, but they should be young enough and old enough to know. I mean, this is just boxing 101. You do not lunge. You do not lunge. Now if Nuez was a quality fighter, like Eddie Hearn always say, a quality fighter, all right, and he was a talented fighter and pretty much well versed and everything, he would have counted Fiera, and Fiera would have been out of there. So all he had to do is throw an uppercut and catch him. But no, he Nuez is not that talented also because they starting off, they young, so they're gonna have to grow and learn, and especially Fiera. And so, but Nuez he got the win, and with the power shots, he threw a lot of power shots, and that what got him through the fight. So that's what I have on that.
Yeah, man, Fierro, man, he had all the desire in the world. Like you said though, like the technique, lunging in, Nunez not catching them with the right shots for the openings or whatever. That's why I said it was okay. Like both guys tried hard, teach like, but the technique, the skills, it just wasn't a high level fight. You know what I'm saying? Like it just wasn't. It was a lot of holes from both guys. A lot of desire though, a lot of desire. They were throwing punches to the final bell and shit, but not a whole lot of technique. Like, first of all, bro, you can't jump in. It's like Fierro was reaching, like he was trying to hit somebody from across the bar, like somebody like touched his girl on the butt or something. He just tried to get him back and just try to throw a left hand from all the way on the other side of the bar. Like it wasn't looking good, bro. It wasn't looking good. You could tell he got some pop. You could tell he got some thump behind his powers, and the want to was there. He also got a good beard because he was taking shots from Nunez and shit, and he was walking through him and eating them and shit. He wasn't he wasn't technically sound at all. You know what I'm saying? So definitely some room for improvement. But he's only 18 years old, and that was like his 13th or 14th professional fight. So he turned pro very young. And I saw somebody just mention in the chat he clearly wants to be good. He doesn't like to lose. He was crying on his way back to the locker room. So you take that shit. You take this shit and you go work hard on your craft, bro. Because he was doing all the shit you don't do, like reaching, lunging, falling over his feet, putting his
Right.
chin out there in front of his feet, over his foot. Like he was so open to get his ass whooped. But Nunez, not having the highest of ring IQs, not having great time, and he wasn't able to time him and counter him that
Yeah.
effectively. But he did counter some, and it was just because Fierro was so wide open that you couldn't help but counter him and shit. Like
Yeah.
he was just so open for the shit. So both fighters got a lot of room to grow, but it was a good little fight. Just a lot of technical flaws. And they did the best that they could, man, with what they had. But the next fight, we got Jorge Cota.
Knockout.
Go
Knockout.
ahead.
but it's no crying in boxing, man. Okay, it's no crying in
He
boxing,
was
right?
sad, man. He was trying hard, man.
Yeah,
Let him make it, bro.
he was crying
He
like,
was he was he was he's only 18. A1
right.
who's on? What up? A1, the Mavericks are gonna win today. Okay. We're gonna come back. We're gonna win in 6. Mavs in 6. He was crying, man. Let that young man make it. He 18. His mama was
I
holding him and
know,
shit. What's
I
up,
know. That was the
Ladrie?
father
What's
walking
good?
with him.
Yeah, he got to get to work though. He ain't got
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
he got some time, but not a whole lot of time. Like cause boxing go fast, bro. It's a lot of shit to feel like. And he got
yeah,
so much improvement to make. I don't know, OG. I
yeah.
don't know.
But if he
I
can
don't I
step
don't
in,
know.
if he can step in closer, if he get there closer, he can start landing that left hand.
Mm-hmm.
I really believe it. Just like, it's just a little fundamental falls. He's still like you said, he's 18. He's still young, and I think he get a little bit closer and a little bit closer, and then right there, and long he got some good defense, he can then that will negate his offense. You know,
Yeah.
yeah. So you use the right
You
hook.
can cry. You can cry in boxing, OG. Maybe just don't cry in public. Like maybe maybe if he wait till he gets in the locker room, then he won't have somebody like you clowning him, man. Come on, man. He 18 years old. He's sad, man. He lost. He
Yeah, I was
wanted
like,
to
he's
win.
crying. I was like, he's crying. No crying at baseball.
Yeah.
Either way,
Oh yeah, from a league
yeah,
of their own. That's a good movie, man. All right, so we got
yeah.
we got Yo Elvis Gomez versus Jorge Cota, the co-main event, man. They hound this Gomez dude. He only had 5 fights, and they put him in there with Cota. But Cota was able to get Gomez the distance the first time. What you think of that fight, man? What you think of Gomez? Can he
Well,
can he do anything at 154?
well, yeah, he can if he can land those big power shots. Everything he threw hard. He looked like he was going for the knockout from round one all the way to round six, and then that's when fatigue starts setting in around sixth and seventh round. Now Gomez was throwing everything, and Cota was taking it. Cota did get hurt a couple times, but he did not get knocked down. He pretty much survived. And that comes from fighting a lot of veterans. That comes from being a veteran. That comes from fighting a lot of top guys. And like I said, I don't know, I might be mistaken, but do you remember when Erison Lubin did that squat, came up and knocked him? Was that Cotto he hit and knocked him out?
Jorge Cota, yeah, I think that was him. Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
yeah,
him.
I thought so. Okay. Yeah, for some reason, Cotto always ends up in the corner when he fights. He always put himself in the corner and fight off the ropes. Don't know why, but he does. He always have a wide stance, and sure that sometimes that help with your power, but that's the way he fights. But he was pretty much touching him, nothing hard, but just enough to touch and get on the board with points. And he was coming back slowly but surely, but he was coming from working from behind. Now Gomez was throwing big blows. I mean, but no technical skills. I mean, no punch placement because he was overthrowing. He didn't have the timing down. All he wanted to do is knock him out, and that wasn't happening. So, but I would say that was an okay fight. I think Cotto, he was expecting to get him out of there before then, but Cotto knew how to survive. One thing about it, when you've been in a lot of fights and you're a veteran, you know how to survive. You might not win a fight, but you know how not to get knocked out. You know how to jump out and clinch. How to use your high guard. It's certain things a veteran know how to do to survive. So, and he's
Mm.
seen every style of deals out there. I'm quite sure. So, but in all, Gomez, he, he's going to be an issue with some fighters, but other fighters that know how to move is not going to stand there and let him throw that. Because if you don't, if you watch, we watch it, you can see it was telegraphed. You can see his punches coming. You can see what he's about to throw. So
Mhm.
he pretty much but he's showing you he's gonna throw his left hand. So and he's a big guy and he's trying to lean on you on the ropes, and so basically stay off the ropes and use your lateral movement to get him
Mhm.
out the way, because I don't think he had that type of skill set, but he got punching power. So that don't mix. You got to have be great with both and put them all together, and that's a good package. So
Mm.
yeah.
See, I see it a little differently. Like I saw a
Right.
fighter that was supremely skilled and supremely talented, but he was just trying too hard for the knockout.
Okay.
He just started off the fight trying so hard to get the knockout that
Mhm.
he didn't let shit come to him. He didn't set shit up. Because I would encourage everybody go back and watch the 8th, 9th, and 10th round when he started jabbing and he started getting behind that jab. That shit snapped. That man got good natural, like just God given power. He got thump on his shots. I know he didn't knock out Cotto, but y'all go watch a Jorge Cotto fight and look at all the guys that knocked him out. Who he been in there with?
Mhm.
Watch them. They didn't have him running like this dude had him running, bro. Like he would, and then when he did hit Cotto, bro, he was knocking his ass across the ring, bro. He was knocking him all the way across the ring. Like, bro, Cotto was running from this dude, bro. And
Mhm.
I ain't never seen Cotto run from this. We talking about y'all better go look at his amateur pedigree. He came up in that Cuban system with over 200 fights. We just saw a fighter that was fighting off of emotion and trying so hard to get the knockout and impress. He didn't let shit come to him. Because when he started setting shit up in the 8th, 9th, and 10th round,
Mhm.
bro, he started putting it on Cotto, and he would have got him out of there if he fought like that the whole fight with how wiry he is, how long he is, and I'm telling y'all, man, the natural power. When you he stunned, he threw an up jab in like the 8th round, bro, and damn near knocked Cotto down. Like he threw a jab, caught him with the jab. Cotto walked into it, and Cotto like wobbled back and just started backing up from the ropes, and he had Cotto running the whole fight. Cotto been in there with Erickson Lubin. Cotto been in
Mhm.
there with he been in there with Jamel Charlo. He been in there with Sebastian Fundora, all people that fight fans think very highly of at 154 pounds. Cotto didn't run from them nowhere near the way he ran from this dude, bro. He ran from this dude damn near the whole fight because he felt something in them, even the ones that wasn't landing, bro. Even the ones that wasn't landing. So I see him differently. I'm gonna give him another shot, see how he gets, but I think he just needs to show more patience in the ring,
Mhm.
set shit up off of his jab, and when he set shit up off his jab, y'all will see it like the defense. He was rolling shots when Cotto was trying to throw combination. He parrying shit like block. Like man, hey, Gomez can fight, y'all. I'm telling y'all, he can fight. There's a reason that he only got 6 fights and they got him as the co-main event and he already fighting dudes like Jorge Cotto. And let's keep it a buck. Like, yeah, he ain't stopped Cotto, but he beat him very handedly.
Mhm.
Like Cotto didn't really win around off of him. And I think him not stopping him had more to do with his over eagerness, and Cotto just tough. And he just was in that hole to survive. When you got a fighter with that much experience that's just in the ring trying to survive with you, like it's hard to stop him. Cotto is a veteran like that, and he ran. Like, bro, I encourage all of y'all that are low on Gomez, just go rewatch the fight, and you'll watch Cotto run and back up. And Coda's supposed to be this warrior that go to war with you, that'll throw with you and shit.
Right.
He ran and backed up the whole time. Like it was crazy. But salute to Gomez. Getting the win. I want to see more from him. I need to see him get more experience, bro.
Mhm. So
I
you
need more experience.
so you think Gomez is the real deal, but only thing about it is that he tried too hard to get the knockout.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah,
know.
I think he just tried too hard to get the knockout from the opening bell. He was overshooting shots, and then the
Right.
shit that he did land. Y'all just go watch the shit that he did land and how Cotto reacted to it, bro. He was knocking his ass all across the ring, bro. And then Cotto went from like the middle of round one, once
Mhm.
Gomez caught him, all the way till the end of round 10, bro. He was on his back foot, on his skates, in that hole trying to survive. Like he was in that hole, like his punches weren't trying to hurt or trying to win the fight. His punches was literally like, "Yo, man, get off me, bro. Please stop. Please stop. Please just leave me alone. Like, just get off me." He was like, no, 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 no. And then he just run around some more. I encourage everybody to go watch it, man. I think that Gomez got more than what people are giving him credit for just because he didn't have the performance that we expected him to. But I'm high on him. I want to see what's next from him, man. I think he can be something at 154 pounds. I'm telling y'all that right now, man. That's my opinion, but we'll see if I'm
Mhm.
right or wrong. And y'all go check out A1 Hoops. I know he probably got some content today for y'all over there on the basketball channel. Hopefully he's predicting and breaking down and talking about how the Dallas Mavericks will be successful against the Golden State Warriors for today's game. That's what I need to hear. If he's doing anything else, I don't want to hear it. But hopefully he's doing the right thing and talking about how good my Dallas Mavericks are gonna do tonight. But last fight, man, your David Benavidez, David Lemieux. Might as well say David versus Goliath because this shit looked bad, bro. Like it was it was a ass whooping, the likes of which David Lemieux has never fought. And y'all can say what y'all want about David Lemieux, but it took Triple G 8 rounds. Billy Joe Saunders couldn't do nothing with him. But David Benavidez big as shit, and David Lemieux was coming up to 168, so I'm sure they had a lot to do with it. But man, David Benavidez, we gonna give Jhanibeck credit for doing what he's supposed to do with inferior competition. We damn sure got to give David Benavidez because you can believe that David Lemieux had no business in the ring with him. Well, David Benavidez said, "Well, y'all think that I'm gonna show you he really ain't got no business in the ring with me," and he went in there and pummeled that dude, man. What you got on that fight, man?
Man, you know what? First of all, I can't believe that David Benavidez is only 25 years of age.
Mm-hmm.
No, he hasn't really reached his a prime, and he's punching like that. And what makes it so special is he punching in combinations and he punching with speed, power, and combinations. Wow. Now, of course, he is missing a few other things, like lateral movement, like up on his toes, like popping the jab, moving around. But like I said once before, it's like he's got a robotic style. Walk right to you and throw punches. That's his deep offense. That's his offense. But those punches are meaningful punches. They are really hard punches, and he can punch. Now, one thing about David Lemieux, we get it. You're a veteran. We get it. You want to leave it in the ring. I know you want to go toe to toe, and he was trying to fight back. But when that left hand caught him, that rocked him right in place where he was at. He just stood there and wobbled, just without falling over. He just stood there and did like this, one of these numbers. But David Benavidez, this is why fighters like Canelo Alvarez, and these are why Jamal Charlo stuttering, and these are why these guys don't want to fight this man because this guy can punch. Now, of course, you have a Jamal Charlo and you have a David Benavidez. Now, I know David Benavidez fought and not Jamal, but I'm just trying to give you an example that Jamal it doesn't punch as hard as David Benavidez, but he got respectful power. But he does things that David Benavidez don't do, and that means he moves around. He moves around. He's not going to stand there and trade with him. He's just not going to do that. He's not going to stay there and trade with him, Imano. He's going to go around and, do some lateral movement and then, throw the old 1-2 and get out of there and get back in there. And David's going to be trying to cut off the ring and get to the body, but I have to say, David Benavidez put on a great show. A lot of people was asking, is he from California or
Nah,
Arizona?
he's from Phoenix. He's from Phoenix.
Right. He's from Phoenix, but he lives in California. All right. Because a lot of people got confused about that because he works out in California. And so when his dad had called me for that interview that time, I saw a California area code. So they must work out of California. And I heard him say he want to go back home and fight one day. And so back home is California. I mean, Arizona. But I have to say he put on a great performance. Now I was surprised. I thought this fight was going to last 5 or 6 rounds. That's how I had it. Now, but it didn't go that way. It didn't go that way, and I think a couple of people in the chat last night had it 5 rounds. Some people had it 6. But David Lemieux is David Lemieux. That Canada born guy that has been in there with everyone else. Here we go again. We got another veteran. Another veteran that was trying to survive. And that's what he did. He's trying to survive, but Harvey Dog did the right thing. Harvey Dog did the right thing. Why take a beating when you're already behind, when you basically probably get knocked down again or get hurt again? And so why get beat up? Why get beat up? So his corner and then throwing the towel and things so the referee can stop it because he was right there. He seen what's happening. So, but Dave Benavidez, he did what he's supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, D guys, Jamal, he's gonna be fighting Select and stuff. Look, little fights like this, you gotta knock these guys out. All right, you gotta keep fighting and keep winning. And then you're gonna have to bring like Canelo or whoever. They're gonna want to call your name out. They want to come to you. They want to accept the fight with you. But like I say, sometimes you gotta bet on yourself. I still say that. I still say you gotta bet on yourself. I would get the baddest and the biggest in my division. Now, I think Jamal should move up and wait. That's my opinion. And yes, he should have a fight with David Benavidez. Now, David Benavidez, he put everybody at 168 last night on notice that I
Yes,
am
he
for,
did.
yes, sir, I am for real. And that if you want it, you can get it. All
He
right.
said, "Y'all bitch." He said, "Y'all bitches know what's up." Like, damn. Like, damn, David.
Yeah, I mean,
Shit.
so I mean, it's not, it's no lying about his power. We already know he got that, you know. And now, you see, he added a little speed to it too, and he
Mm,
mixed it up. I like when a fighter get another fighter in trouble, and they don't go head hunting. They kind of mix it up. They go downstairs. They come with an uppercut. Then they go upstairs, downstairs, upstairs, upstairs, downstairs, downstairs. You know, I like a fighter mix it up. And David Benavidez, that's what he did. So all he did last night is put 168 on notice, and man, he should be getting the best fights. But he's only 25 years old. Think about in 5 years, where would he be? In 5 years, where would he be? Will he be a champion again?
mm.
Because he was a champion. He lost the belt on the scales. Well, I think the dirty drop, one of those. But hey, I think he still is a problem. He's a problem now. He's gonna be a problem in 5 years.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah.
all I
So,
get on that.
okay. Yeah. So first of all, I've been critical of David Benavidez missing weight.
Uh,
When he was supposed to fight at 168 in his last fight, he weighed in at 169. They tried to act like it was contractually agreed to. Now y'all said the fight was gonna be at 168. Then he came in at 169, and then y'all moved it up to make him look good or whatever. But if you're gonna criticize somebody, you got to be willing to give them props. Now, I'm not one for giving you props for what you're supposed to do, but I do want to acknowledge that he came in great shape and he came in at 166 pounds. Like if I'm going to acknowledge and bring up when you don't do what you're supposed to do, we gotta do the same thing when you do what you're supposed to do. So shout out to him for taking this camp so serious and being in such great shape. And it showed, man. It showed. Texas made the realest. What up, John Kramer? What up? Tay D, what's good? Jared Smith, what's up with you? So I loved his performance because I love when, like, bro, like if a dude ain't supposed to be in the ring with you, like show us that he ain't supposed to be in the ring. And Dave Benavidez, he might just be one of these fighters similar to Artur Beterbiev, where like you might see some flaws. You might be like, yo, Dave Benavidez, man, he square up. Like, why is he squaring up when he come in? Like, instead of either switching one side or the other, or yo, he ain't really got no defense. He get hit. Like all he do is go to a high guard. All that might be true. But similar to Beterbiev, his hand speed for that size and his power with the hand speed might just be enough at 168 pounds. Like it
yeah,
might just be enough to beat everybody. Like he might have such a X factor, bro, such a weapon that to where it's just like, bro, you can't really do nothing with him. Like you can't like it's so hard because you know he a dog, you know he gonna come, and
right.
you can't prepare for that hand speed. And he hurt David Lemieux with a jab. I mean with a left hook first. Then he put him on his ass with a jab. Then it was a right hand that made the ref stop the fight. Like every punch he throw could do something bad to you, bro.
Mm,
Every single one that he throw can do something bad to you. So it's like, man, look. And I just like the attitude. Like I hear what people are saying about, well, who he gonna fight? He ain't fought nobody. That's cool. If he was on that whole like, yo, he a horrible fighter, or yo, what this dude done to fight me, or let them fight each other and then fight me. But he ain't on that shit, so I can't criticize him for his resume because he calling for every single fight that we want him to fight. And if you call him out, he respond to you. We did our show like Wednesday or Thursday. David Morrell was calling his ass out. Like, yo, I'm gonna do this.
wow.
I'm gonna do you how Terrence Crawford did your brother. Well, David Benavidez, not more than a day later, he came back like shit. We can make the fight because when you was in my face, you was shaking hands and taking pictures and shit. But we can get it popping. Like don't get it twisted. So I mean, like shit, he respond to everybody. He won't smoke with everybody. He calling people all out their name and shit, trying to get him to fight. Like, what more y'all want the young man to do? So we gotta give him respect for wanting to smoke. And at the end of the day, like we can think what we want to. Dudes ain't rushing to fight him. Dudes ain't just like, yeah, I got it, I got his ass. I'm gonna get in there and beat his ass. Like they ain't doing that shit. They talk shit, but then they don't want to make the fight. They go do other shit. Or they'll move up for this person, but they don't want to move up for him. So I mean, look, man, look, it kind of is. It is what it is. David Benavidez, though, I already knew he was a problem, but I'm telling y'all right now, your favorite fighters. I don't know who they are. Charlo, Andrade, Canelo. Who, if you're a Plant fan, whoever your favorite fighter is, y'all better fight that young man right now. He getting better, and I don't know if y'all want to see him when he like 27, 28 years old, bro. Because OG said he only 25, bro. Right. I don't know if y'all want to see him when he's 27 and he done matured even more. And now instead of just this camp, he got 2, 3, 4 more camps under his belt where he was just in shape, ready, making weight, dedicated. I don't know if y'all want to see that, bro. So y'all better try to fight that man now, bro. Caleb Plant better try to fight him now, bro. You better try to fight him now. Shout out to Ladrie Stevens with that $5 in the super chat. He say Batman from the Russell camp was murdered. Wow. R.I.P. Yeah, R.I.P. to Batman. Yeah, that happened, bro. That happened, unfortunately, man. So let's end with this, man. We got the Tank Davis fight next week. We only got a couple of minutes left. Or you know what? Nah, let's stay on Benavidez for the rest of the show. I do want to ask this question: who do you think is gonna get in the ring with him next? And who do you want to see him fight next? I heard you mention Charlo, but Charlo's still at 160. He fighting Sulecki in about a month. What do you want to see from David Benavidez after this performance? Who should he be fighting next? I want to see him get back in the ring in like September, me myself, or October at the latest. But what do you want from him next, man? Who do you think the next fight should be?
Well, I would say, well, you know me, I think Jamal should step up. Now he said he can make weight easily. Now Ronnie said he can't hardly make that weight. So I don't know. But still, if you want to be great, if you want to be that star, you seeing what your brother's doing, and you seeing that you still holding on to that belt. He's a champion, no doubt about it, at 160. But it's no one that's a threat to you right now at 160. No doubt about it. So what Jamal doing? Playing it safe. He is staying away from David Benavidez, and he doing that for a reason. Because he saw what we saw last night, and that's the reason why he's standing right where he at. But he need to move up and fight this young man. And when I say young, I mean young, 25 years of age. And this is what I'm saying. I'm saying that David Benavidez, now you got Morrell. Morrell, he's at that weight class. David Morrell, I would like to see that fight. And now Morrell, he can punch too. He's a problem too. But I think David can beat Morrell. Now, Morrell pretty much moves a little bit more than David does, but I would like to see David Benavidez win a belt, another belt, because he worked hard. He wants to fight. He calling out everybody, but everybody don't want to fight him. So I'm looking at Charlo. I'm looking at Demetrius Andrade, and I'm looking at Morrell. I think those three should be next up on the list. Now Charlo said he'll fight him after this fight last night. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. But those three right now, knockout, I think they are the top guys that he should be facing right now. Demetrius Andrade, he's a southpaw. He knows how to get in. He knows how to get out. Now he's not like he used to be, but he's still a formidable opponent. He still can move. He still can box. Now Jamal is got respectful power, and he knows how to pretty much use his lateral movement. He's not going to stand there and let Benavidez walk to him and walk him down, because he knows how to move and get out and throw the old one too. So now David Morrell got the height also just like Charlo does. He got the height on the fight David Benavidez, but he got a little power too, but not as much as David Benavidez. So on all three of them guys, David Benavidez got strong power, and I think he can beat actually um, all three of them guys on a good night. Even Charlo. If Charlo not on his game, he will come in and expose him and make sure he tighten up his game. So
Right.
that's what I would like to see next for him. Now,
So oh, go ahead. My bad.
no, go ahead, go ahead. Mm.
So for me, it's really one name, and that's David Morrell.
Okay,
That's the fight. That's the fight I want to see, and the reason why is because Jamal Charlo ain't moved up yet. So for Jamal Charlo, I want to see him at 168 like everybody else. But the
right,
reason I wanted to see him fight Benavidez because he just called his name so much, bro. He was acting like he wanted to smoke, but Jamal
right,
don't really want the smoke, bro. Like he would have moved up. Like he fighting at 160 right now. So I'm not gonna consider him right now, right? Because he ain't moved up to 168. Caleb Plant. I want to tell y'all this, and y'all might think I'm crazy. You might agree, you might disagree. I don't want to see Caleb Plant versus David Benavidez because it's like an 80-20 fight in favor of David Benavidez in my mind right now. With how they fight and how I don't think that fight's competitive at all, bro. Like I really believe that David Benavidez will put hands, feet, paws, elbows, knees, shoulders, toes, he'll put all that shit on Caleb Plant right now, bro.
mm,
Caleb Plant, he can't do nothing with David Benavidez. David Morrell as a southpaw, he got a shot in my opinion, but I still favor David Benavidez in that fight. But he's the one. He got power. He got boxing skills. Maybe he can slip and catch David Benavidez with a mean ass counter punch. I don't want to see Caleb Plant get done like that because Caleb Plant, I like Caleb Plant. I just think
mm,
his style, how he fight, trying to fight off the back foot, counter punching with no power at all, at the high level, I should say, getting tired, gassing out and shit, getting tired towards the back half of fights and shit, bro. He gets stopped by David Benavidez, bro, like badly, bro. So I don't want to see that fight. And then Demetrius Andrade, I don't think it's realistic. Like we can say offer this or offer that or do this and do that. But one thing we gotta understand, Demetrius Andrade, you know what I'm saying, he with the zone right now. Now if he leave the zone and he a free agent and he can come over and make that fight, cool. But I don't think it's
right,
realistic. Because if PBC and the zone didn't make the Jamal Charlo Demetrius Andrade fight, they ain't finna make
right.
David Benavidez versus Andrade. So I don't see that as a realistic opponent. The one that's realistic that I would of the two, Plant and Morrell, I would rather see Morrell because even with 5 fights, I got more questions about that fight. So I'd rather see that one because I don't really feel like I know all the way what's gonna happen. I think I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
But the Caleb Plant fight, I saw people voting for Caleb Plant. I'm telling y'all, bro, unless you just don't like Caleb Plant, unless you just don't like him and you got something against him or something, you don't want to see that fight. You don't want to see that fight because if you see that fight, you're gonna see a one-way ass whooping, bro. You're gonna see a one-way ass whooping. And R West, it ain't really the chat think he ready or I think he ready. He a champion, bro. Like David Morrell got a WBA strap. He got a regular WBA strap. They moved him that fast into that position. You can't have no belt still being moved like a prospect, still being asked to do things that a prospect do. So, it is what it is with me, but that's the fight I want to see. I think David Benavidez is a fighter on uncommentary. I think he'll fight anybody, bro. He showed that he'll fight anybody with his actions and his words until he say something then swerve or move another way. I'm gonna take him at his word, bro. I'm gonna take him at his word. But it is, and that's a great point. Our Carmen says Plant got the Canelo money. Yeah, so is he gonna be as hungry, bro? And you start taking that shit. You start taking that shit from David Benavidez. It's different. No, I'm not high. I don't smoke. Queen and Jew. Let me go to Zenith in this super chat, then we'll give last words. We got Zenith. He said Charlo did not call out Benavidez's name. He responded after Benavidez team was calling for him since 2019 at WBC conference, then turned down Plant in his own way early 2020. People falling for marketing. Hey man, all I know is this: if you got Plant, if they fight, if you got Plant, I got Benavidez, and we can bet. We can bet on it because shit, I got David Benavidez all the way in that fight, bro. But I would like to see him and Morrell because I think it's a closer fight. But go ahead, OG, give your last words, man. Let everybody know where to find you when you're going live, all of that, man.
Yes, sir. Everybody, I appreciate everybody coming in yesterday for the call-in show and for the fight call. I thank you all. Y'all been great this weekend, and thank for everybody showing up this morning. I am KQKC. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. I come on Monday through Friday. I won't be on Tuesday due to graduation of my granddaughter. So, but I will be on the rest of the week. And yes, I will call the fight again this weekend. All right. We got another fight this weekend. We're going to talk about it all this week. All right. So, well, not all week, but we're going to talk about it this week. All right. So don't forget 12:30 p.m. Central Time right here on YouTube. All right. So now don't forget on Wednesday, well, Knockout will tell you. All right. So with that, that's all I have. And I appreciate you, Knockout. And once again, another great show. No doubt about it. So, all right. That's all I have.
Already, man. Actually, his team said that on commentary. He came out and corrected that shit. But yeah, Samson said that dumb shit, and Dave Benavidez came out and said, "Nah, not me, shit. I ain't asking for that. I don't want that." So it is what it is, man. You know.
Hey, Knockout, we're fast. Did you get all your picks right this weekend?
I did. 8-0.
Okay, all right, good.
8-0 this week, man. We shining. See, don't nobody come mess with me when I get them all right. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to talk noise when we get them wrong. But we had a couple of fights that didn't happen that we had to just throw out because the fights got canceled, like the Kasir Golston didn't fight, Steven Nelson didn't fight, but every other one we did, we got them right. So we were shining on them. But as far as me, man, y'all catch me live every Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Every Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Plus, we break down. We got videos coming every single day during the week, Monday through Friday. So be sure to check out our daily content on the videos that we upload to the channel. And everybody in the building, bro, we are going to be going live Wednesday. I'm gonna have my show Wednesday night, but that show we're gonna be doing a tribute in honor to Batman. I got something planned. I need everybody in the building, and I'm gonna need y'all's participation. I'm not gonna tell you what it is yet. I want to see who step up, who step in, and who come here to show up and show out. Cause we're gonna be honoring Batman in a special way, like only your boy Knockout could do. So I got something planned for that. So y'all be sure to come check us out. If you don't show up to any other show, I need y'all to show up Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time, and I need y'all to participate because we're going to do it for the homie Batman. But other than that, man, that's all I got for y'all. I appreciate everybody coming through, rocking out with us today. Smash the like button on your way out of here. OG, another great show. I'll talk to you very soon. And everybody else, man, enjoy y'all Sunday. We'll talk to y'all later, man. Peace out.
Peace.